Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a reading today for the masculine energy, male or female, doesn't matter your gender. This is going to be a general spread for your highest good, so please take it how it resonates with you and don't force anything to fit. For some reason, I've been guided to do a reading for the masculine energy regarding their situation, currently speaking. So we're going to go ahead and get tapped into the energy for the masculine. To begin this reading, I'm going to be using the Psychic Oracle cards to get the overall energy. All right, we're going to go ahead and get tapped in, Holy Spirit. For some reason, I'm having a hard time with my throat chakra before we even get started. So I don't know what this is going to be about. Masculines, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Use your discernment, all right? Obstacles and challenges. This is the Five of Wands energy, all right? So the masculines right now are having some very hard obstacles and or challenges to overcome. It's like they're being faced to... The first thing I heard was they're being faced or forced to straighten out their life, like to get everything together, back in order. It's like the masculines are walking a very fine line, and this fine line they're walking right now, it's either going to create something else for them, or it's going to, they're going to fall off the cliff. So it's like, these are the obstacles in their way. There's a big space between them and where they're trying to go. But in order for them to get here, they have to walk this fine line to make these two come together. So there's no room for mistakes. There's no room for any error. There is no room for any fear. Like, this person needs to be fully confident in themselves to walk this plank to get to the other side. Because if they miss a step, or another step, I heard, they're going to fall off the cliff. So it's like they're being redirected to a different direction or path, because the path they're on right now is not going to lead them anywhere. It's either going to end where it is right now, or it's either going to change and come back together. So they have a choice to make: stay on the path they're on right now and fall off, or redirect their path to a path that's going to lead them to a different outcome. All right, like, they're being guided to walk this path. They're being guided to choose a new direction. They're being forced to make some changes within their lives that's going to help them get back on the right track. It's like this person has to release some things. It's like the load that he's carrying right now is too heavy. So for example, if this bridge or this path they're on is carrying too much weight, or is too much weight for them to carry, in order for them to be able to make it across, they have to lighten their loads. So they have to release some things they're holding on to lighten their load, to make this journey a lot easier for them. So their journey has been very difficult and very hard for them because they're carrying too much weight on their shoulders. And it feels like in order for them to be able to successfully cross this bridge, they need to cross this bridge, but they can't carry any unnecessary weight with them. They have to be as light as a feather to cross this path. If they're too heavy, they won't be able to cross this path. They'll have to stay where they are, right? So it's like they're being guided to release some things and lighten their load to be able to cross this path, all right? All right, what's going on with my masculines? Wow, they don't have any hope. Oh, God, what is this? Ooh, hold on a second. I just got hit with some hard energy. So I have authority, which is the Emperor energy, right? Which is could be masculine energy. It's like this is also giving me the Most High energy, like power, source, God, the creator of life is here in this reading. And it's like the masculine is on that bridge. The Most High is standing on the other side, trying to encourage them to walk this path, to get off this broken path you're on and walk this path, the straight and narrow path, to get back to me. If you can't make it across this path and come back to me, or if you don't come across this path and find your way back to me, I'm going to leave you where you are. So this is like the Most High telling these masculines that they're on the wrong path, right? And the only way to get across this path is to lighten their load and to release any fear they may have regarding this situation, this path. Because this path is going to require a lot of changes in order for them to successfully make it across. They can't come across this path until they have released some things in their past, things that have been holding them back, fear, whatever it is. So God is here giving them hope that there is another way. There is a way to come back to me, but you have to cross this path. If you're not strong enough or brave enough to cross this path to come back to me, then I'm going to leave you where you are, is the message. All right, so take that how it resonates. So the masculines are in conflict with themselves because they have a decision to make regarding their life in general, right? If they give up hope and lose faith and give up on themselves and not fight to live another day, they're going to stay wherever they are. They're not going to get this promotion to this Emperor energy. Because right now, this is somebody that's very cowardly, reacting to a situation that has no power over them. The only power it has over them is the power that they give this thing to have over them. If they want to gain back their power, they have to take back their energy from this source that they've been giving to or allowing to keep them in this energy. So they have to be brave enough to stand up to whatever this is and take back control and their power from this energy and put it back into themselves to get the strength they need to move forward. Okay? So it's like they're at a crossroads. I saw this clip recently. They're not being smart either. They're making very dumb decisions. It's like this person doesn't have, in a sense, the good sense that God gave them. God gave them the roadmap. God gave them their instructions to follow, to stay on the right path. But this person decided themselves with their free will to choose a different path. So the Most High couldn't intervene on their behalf because they used their free will to choose a new direction. So this whole time, their spirit guides have been standing here waiting for this person to realize that the path they chose is going nowhere fast. And if they don't want to go down if they don't want to be faced let me say it like this. If they don't face their inner demons and address them and stop giving them power over them, then they're never going to be able to get out of this place that they're in. They need to go within, reflect on their life, realize that there's something in their life that is a pattern for them that they've been doing for so long that is causing their life to be disruptive. And when they realize or identify what that is for them and deal with that issue, that thing that is holding them back in fear is going to continue to have power over them. So the Most High is trying to show this person that they're only afraid to move forward because of their own inner demons. Their inner demons have them bound to fear. And it's the fear of not knowing what is up next or what lies ahead that keeps them stuck in this past energy. So they're being guided by the Most High to move forward, to leave the past behind. Whatever happened in the past is in the past. It doesn't have to destroy you or keep you stuck in the past. You have the power to defeat this energy But you have to believe that you have that kind of authority to speak to these demons. So here's the thing, and some of you guys may not believe in this, that's fine. If there is an energy that is trying to take hold of your vessel without your consent, and you fear that this thing will consume you or whatever it is, if you say, by the blood or in the power of God, I command you to leave me now, and mean that shit from your heart, whatever this energy is that's connected to you or to this person will have to leave your vessel, because you are commanding your space back. You're not giving it the authority to be in your energy. So you can demand that this energy be removed from you, and God will step in and on your behalf and cast out those demons that are haunting you. But if you don't speak up and say, hey, God, I need some help. I got these demons on my back that I can't get off. And if I don't get them off my back, I'm never going to make it across this path or back to this path. I need some kind of help. But if you're too prideful to go to God and ask him for his help, the choice is up to you. God is standing here waiting to give you guidance on how to receive help to get free from where you are. Whatever deals you made with whatever energy you're with, whatever this was, whatever this is, it doesn't matter. If it came from childhood where you were abused by your father, your mother, growing up, and you didn't receive the love you deserve, and you haven't forgiven them for how they made you feel, address the issue. And if you don't have enough confidence to say it to their face, go to God and say, God, I release this energy from my energy. I don't want to be in this place anymore. I want to be free to live a better life. But you have to release this energy, whatever that is. Mother, father wounds. We have the masculine and the feminine energy here. This is a mother or a father. This is a mother and a father. These two people could be in separation. So if I'm talking to a divine masculine and this is your Empress energy, and you're the one that's stuck in this energy where you don't want to move forward or don't know how to, the Most High is telling you that in order to get out of this place, you have to connect to Source. You have to come back to the Most High to receive your messages, to understand your assignment. You don't understand your assignment. You think your assignment revolves around other issues that are not even relevant to your journey. These situations that you are in were situations you decided to put yourself in. That is not what God called you to do. So here's the thing. If the Most High gave you instructions on how to live a fruitful life, right? Abundant life with your person, and you chose a different path, thinking that this is not what you want, whatever this was, right? And you went off the beaten path and you chose a different direction, and now you're stuck over here. So basically, you turned your back on God and your feminine, and you walked away from this divine union, and you took a different route. The route you decided to take was your choice to make, not the Most High's. All he can do is lay out the path before you, and you have to choose to walk that path on your own. And if you choose to go the other way, that's also your choice. There's nothing the Most High can do to stop you from choosing to go your own way. But when your life becomes turbulent or disrupted by your decisions, you have to at some point accept that the reason why this happened to me is because I went off the beaten path. I went the wrong way. I made the wrong choice. If I had listened to my intuition, I would have stayed on the path that I was on, that was leading me to a divine union, a divine marriage. But I made a decision to go the other way, and now my person is moving on. And now I'm stuck here in the past trying to figure out what to do. Your guidance on how to get back on the right path is to seek the Most High for directions. Go to God in prayer and ask him for wisdom to show you the way, is the message. Take it how it resonates. New beginnings. Throat chakra. I told you my throat chakra was trying to close up. This is somebody who is afraid to admit that they were wrong about this, because this would require this person to be open and vulnerable with you. And this is somebody who's disconnected from their emotions. They don't make decisions based on how it makes them feel. They're more logical with their approach. They look at the bigger picture from a material mindset, not a spiritual mindset. If they could have saw you for who you were and chose you instead of whatever this was, then the two of you would already be together in union, working together, building together, using your gifts to help other people together, showing others the way together. You guys would have been doing that together. But the masculine chose a different path. They gave up on this connection before it could even get started. And so when the Most High saw this person rejecting the offer that they gave this person, they turned their back on them. So the Most High turned his back on this person, masculine energy, and took away this gift that he had given to him to help guide him on his journey. So the feminine is like the voice of reason. The feminine is very intuitive. The feminine has a strong connection with source. So if anybody's going to hear from God and with clarity and understanding, it would be the feminine energy, because the feminine is more open to receive downloads or messages. They have a direct line of communication. They're the source of life. Everything comes through the woman. So naturally, the communication would be more direct with the feminine than with the masculine, which is why the feminine and the masculine go together, because one makes head over heart decisions and one is trusted by God to give discernment and wisdom. So together, the two of them would make a perfect pair, because they will work together and build and teach and show others the way. So they had an assignment, a mission to complete in this lifetime. But the masculines chose a different route. They walked away from this sacred connection and chose a different path. Now they have to go back to God to ask for wisdom and clarity, to get directions on how to bring this union back together for a new beginning. They have to speak directly to God now regarding you. They can't come to you directly anymore. The Most High has cut off communication between you and this person so that you can continue to move forward and they can, speak directly. So here's the thing. Again, you would get the downloads from Spirit. You would share the wisdom with your person. If they were not open to receive what you had to say, then they were blocking communication from source. So now that you have been moved out of the way, their communication to source is now blocked. Because in the past, you would be the messenger to your person, give them insight and clarity, but they cut you off. So now they don't have a direct line of communication to source, so they can't receive their downloads. So they can't hear from God the way you can. You were the voice of reason to redirect them back on this path, but they ignored you, walked away from you, and chose a different route. Okay? They need to do their shadow work. They have a lot of shadow work they need to do. They're very disconnected from themselves and from the Most High. It's like they're in this place where there is no light. They're in the place of darkness. This is like the dark night of the soul energy. All right, give me some more. Take it how it resonates, you guys. Transformation. This person's going through an ego death. God is trying to humble them. They're going through a transformation or rebirth. They have to be reborn again for this new beginning. Prosperity begins. Ace of Pentacles. So the masculines are right now going through an ego death, dark night of the soul, spiritual awakenings, death of the ego. They're being humbled by the Most High to bring them back to God, like to bring them back. So it's basically like the Most High and there's that disruption. I can't make this up. So Spirit, Source, Divine is creating conflict in this person's life, like taking things away from them that they once had, giving them nothing to rely on but themselves. So they can't go to other people to understand what they're going through. They're going to have to go to God directly and speak to God and ask God for direction, to be redirected. If they choose not to let down their guards and open up and go to God for guidance and counsel, they're going to be stuck in the place where they are forever. So it's almost like they need to heal first. They have to heal. They have to be humble. They have too much pride and ego. They think they know everything and they don't know nothing. Everything they thought they understood to be true is all a lie. They threw away an opportunity with this Empress energy to go and focus on something else. They got distracted by their own thoughts. They didn't listen to their feminine. Yes, the man is the head of the household, and yes, there is an order to things, but if the man is out of alignment with themselves and not connected to source, and they don't have any direction in their life, and God sends you somebody to help redirect you on the right path, and you disregard this person and toss them to the side, it's like you piss in God's face. God sees you're in a position where you can't get out. You need some help. You need some guidance, some direction. So I'm going to send my divine feminine down there to help you get back on the right path, because she has wisdom, she has knowledge, she has discernment, and she has gifts. So with her help, she can redirect you to your path so you can do the work you need to do to heal what this is. But instead, you didn't receive your divine feminine as a gift from God. You disregarded this offer that he gave you. You chose your own path, and now you're in this place where you don't belong. No, where you do belong. You think you don't belong where you are right now because whatever you think, right? But God is saying you're right where you belong, because what you did to this feminine created obstacles for this feminine and challenges for this feminine that she had to heal from. When this feminine came to you as a gift from God, this was your opportunity to take advantage of the wisdom that God was giving you in the form of a woman or a man, an agent of God, sent to help guide you out of the darkness and back into the light. And this is somebody you tried to destroy by disrupting their life, creating chaos and conflict in them, causing them to have to go to God to get healed from this energy. And now they're back where they need to be, working with God, co-creating with spirit, having new beginnings, completely transforming and transmuting this energy to build their, to build a new life for themselves. And you're over here in this emotional withdrawal because your life is falling apart. And you can't blame anybody for whatever this is but yourself. You gotta stop deflecting this negative energy to your feminine. It's like, even though you're not with this feminine, you're still projecting your feelings towards this feminine. When the feminine just came in to love you, to show you a better way. So you're projecting all of this negative energy on the feminine because the feminine chose to walk away from this disruptive relationship and focus on herself. And now she's receiving divine blessing and wisdom from God to keep moving on. And you're over here in heartache and loss, crying over spilled milk instead of removing these obstacles and these challenges that are standing in your way. Now we have the star. Spirit is calling you to stop being a coward, stand up and face your demons, do the inner work on yourself, release all this negative energy, come back to God, come out of this dark place you're in, because you're not bound to anything. It's your fear that's holding you back. Once you release the fear or whatever this is and don't give it any more your power, you'll have the power and the strength to move on from this. But you got to stand up and fight for yourself. You can't keep blaming everybody else for what's going on. You have to at some point accept accountability for your actions and ask God to show you a better way. so that he can redirect you back to the right path to help you move away from this energy. Because you're giving your power over to a deity or a thing that has no power over you unless you give it the power to control you. If you have a drug addiction, you may have been addicted for a while, but that thing doesn't have power over you. You give it the power over you. Like you're giving your power away. If you don't want to be in that energy anymore, stop doing what you're doing. Go to a rehab center, get you some help. Take a break from what you're doing and just focus on yourself. Like release this need to be needed. Like you can, I don't know. This is some, okay, I ain't got time. All right. I'm just telling you what I see. And I'm sorry if I'm speaking to you in a way that you're not ready to receive it. That's fine. But this is what I'm getting. You're heartbroken and you're sad. You're depressed and you're lonely. You know what you need to do to get out of this place you're in, but your pride and your ego would not allow you to accept accountability for your actions. It's easier for you to deflect your energy, your feelings to this feminine, but that's not what God is trying to get you to do. They want you to stop blaming everybody else for making you feel bound to something. If you just take your arms, rip them apart, and bust these blocks around you, remove these obstacles out of your way, you'll be free. You'll be free. All you got to do is remove these obstacles out of your way and you'll be free again. Free to move on. But you're stuck in your own way because you're letting fear keep you bound to a situation that has no power over you unless you give it to it. You have the power to overcome these obstacles if you believe. If you don't believe you can defeat your own enemies or free yourself from the situation, then you're never going to be able to free yourself because you're telling yourself, I can't do this. I don't have the strength to do this. I'm afraid to do this. I don't want to do this. Whatever you're telling yourself is all negative thoughts. Conflict and deceit. If you want to get out of the situation you're in, there's nothing holding you back but fear. You got to put your faith in God and trust that God has a way out. There's always a way out. The Most High doesn't give us or put us in a situation where there's no way out. There's always a way out of something. We tell ourselves there's no way out because we're afraid of the unknown. But if we trust and have faith in God that He's leading us down the right path, there's no need to fear where we're trying to go. The fear won't hold you back. The fact that you know that God is guiding your footsteps, giving you the guidance you need to go in the right direction, why would you second guess yourself? Why would fear hold you back if you're being guided by the Most High to do something, to better your life, to change your outcome? If the fear is keeping you from believing that, that's something you have to go within and work on and figure out why that is. Why can't I trust myself to make right decisions? Why can't I believe that there is something better for me out there? Why do I feel like I deserve to be where I am? That's some kind of pity party, or like that's just not good energy. Like, you need to stop feeling and thinking that way about yourself and know that you have a calling on your life and there is something better for you, but you have to get out of this negative energy and stop letting fear hold you back. Face your demons. You can't run from them. Once you conquer your own demons and you find your strength to move on, you'll be able to free yourself from where you are. There's no such thing as being stuck in a situation forever. There's always a way out of something, but you have to believe that to know it's true. All right? Stand your ground. All right? Ground your energy. Stop letting fear hold you back. If you want this love to begin again with your divine feminine and have another spiritual connection with your divine feminine, like coming to you with your person, this is what you must do first. You have to stand your ground. Your job is to protect this person, not destroy this person. Your job was to defend and fight for this connection. But you allowed some outside source to make you deflect from this situation and turn your back on this connection with your divine counterpart, because somebody showed you something else that appeared to be better than what you already had, when you had all the wisdom and the knowledge and the gifts to discern for yourself that this was a trap. But something was presented to you to make it look better than what you already had, and you chose to go after that, and now you're stuck in a situation you feel you can't get out of. And you're not stuck to anything. If you want to get out of it, you have to do what you got to do. You can't keep sitting here in this energy feeling sad and fucking miserable and watching this all play out right in front of you and not do anything about it to change the outcome. Just sitting back and just watching it happen. Like, you're telling yourself, or you're telling God, that you can't do what you're called to do, that they need to send somebody else. So here's the thing, and I'm about to get pissed, because the fact that you know what you need to do, the fact that you have the information you need to move forward, and the fact that you're just sitting in this energy, acting as if you're stuck or bound to something, and you know exactly what you got to do to step forward, but you're choosing not to take that risk. You're choosing not to go after what you want. And it's like you want somebody to feel sorry for you or show some compassion to you for where you are. But I mean, at some point, this becomes your issue. This is all about you. You're standing in the way of your own evolution. You're blocking yourself from entering into the best time of your life with a divine counterpart who's already being prepared for union. But you're over here in this heartache and loss energy, feeling sad and defeated because this Empress is moving on. What the fuck else would she be doing? Waiting for you to figure things out? Holding on to the thought of you and them being together again? If you don't make your move right now, Playboy, you're gonna miss out on an opportunity to be in union with your divine counterpart. Like, you're just gonna lose them to somebody else. That is the outcome. The longer you sit here waiting for the right time to take action towards your new life or to move away from a situation, the more time you're wasting building with this Empress. Like I said, they've been prepared for union. Somebody else is going to come in and take your spot. And when you finally get the strength to come back, it's going to be too late. Some of them are already moving on and already have met their new person. They're building something with somebody right the fuck now because they moved on. They're being blessed with a new partnership because there's somebody else that knows exactly what they're getting. Somebody else will value this person the way you could not. And this person will accept this person as their new partner if they come in on the matching their energy. Like, they're not going to refuse or risk losing out on this opportunity because you're somewhere stuck in the past. That's the message. Take it how it resonates. Sorry. Yeah. You have the power to create your own reality. And as long as you're creating this reality where you're stuck in this place you don't want to be, the longer you're going to be stuck in that place. I'm giving you spiritual guidance on how to free yourself from this place you're stuck, to give you the wisdom, the courage, and the motivation you need to move forward. If you choose not to accept the advice, that is totally up to you. But I am just giving you what I see. Manifest your way out of the situation. Stop creating chaos and conflict in your life when you don't have to. Stop living in fear of the unknown. Go after what it is you really want. Use your gifts that God gave you and manifest this new reality. Move on from where you are. Heal your inner child. Stop letting fear hold you back. Nothing can destroy you. Only you can destroy yourself by thinking a negative. Four swords in reverse. You're not doing any inner work. You're not healing your inner child. You're refusing to accept this gift that God is giving you to help you heal your inner child. God is telling you, when you stop feeling like you're the victim, wow, then you'll get it. You'll get it then. You'll get it when it's too late. I don't know. Two of Swords. This is your decision to make. This is what God is calling you to do. Step out of this energy. Work on your inner child. Connect to spirit. Open your heart to receive. God will give you guidance and direction on how to free yourself from the situation, but you have to trust in the Most High. You have to believe that everything, like all this can be undone and reversed, or this can be worked out, but you have to believe that. This can all still work out for you, but you have to believe that. You have to come out of this indecisive mindset where you don't know how it's going to end. Stop trying to figure out how it's going to end and just do what you're being called to do. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. All right. But the longer you sit here holding back, going back and forth, soaking in your feelings and not, listening to your spirit guides, you're going to end up missing out on the opportunity to have this new beginning with your divine counterpart, is the message. So it's time for you to take action and speak up. Go to God, ask for direction, listen to the advice you're being given, apply the advice you're being given to your life, make a decision to lose. Oh, so I see what the problem is. This is a masculine that has created a very stable life. And in order for them to have this new beginning with the divine counterpart, they have to let go of everything. Everything they created, all the money in the bank, whatever property they may share, they have to let it go. Everything has to go. Nothing that he has created with this other energy can come with him. He has to let it all go. So the obstacle and the challenge is for this masculine is being willing to let it all go and start over again in order to have a new beginning. They have to let all this shit go. The material wealth, the partnerships, the lovers, the family, the friends, the job, whatever this is, he has to let everything go for a new beginning, to have a new beginning. They can't bring any of this dead weight with them. They have to let all this shit go and start over again to have a new beginning, okay? So a lot of them don't want to release and let go of everything for this new beginning. They want to hold on to some of the things they already have and bring it with them. Like I said, if the load is too heavy, you cannot make it across this bridge. You have to let go of everything that is holding you back. When the fool starts his journey, he has a knapsack with a sandwich, a cup of milk, and some chips and a banana. I don't fucking know. But he ain't got a car, a house, a child, or this, or whatever this is. He ain't got none of that coming with him. He got a dog. That's it. His load is light. So when he takes this leap, he can make it across without falling again. The only way to make it across this gap, or to bridge this gap between you and the Most High, you have to be willing to let it all go and trust that you'll get it all back. But right now, that's what's holding you back. Your mindset, the way you think about things, how you whatever this is, process your emotions. You gotta let all that shit go to have a new beginning, to rebirth a new beginning. That's it. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, you gotta let it all go to get this new beginning with this divine counterpart. That's going to bring you wish fulfillment. You got to stop being selfish, stop being greedy, stop trying to hold on to things you had or have, whatever it is, and let the shit go. That's what you're struggling to release. Your pride and ego is telling you that I won't be much of a person if I don't have anything to offer. Well, don't worry about what you got to offer as far as material is concerned. The material wealth is not what you need to be trying to offer this person. You need to be offering this person a commitment, a healthy relationship, a partnership, a balanced connection. Bringing your ego with you is not going to save this connection. Coming in with pride and ego, it's not going to work. Coming in with any kind of baggage of any kind that was created with you and somebody else is not going to work. You have to release all of that. Oh, it's not going to work. I'm just telling you. You got to let it go. There you are. You got to be willing to let it all go to get this new beginning. Or you can keep everything you have and stay where you are. So that's your choice. You can let it all go, walk away from it all, or you can stay where you are and keep your possessions, your lifestyle, your whatever you've created so far, and stay stuck in mental prison. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this message. Take it how it resonates, masculine. Sorry if it comes across a little bit cold-hearted, but that's the energy they're giving me. They're tired of like trying to give you ultimatums. This is not even an ultimatum. The same way you used your free will to get yourself into this mess, it's the same way you got to use your free will to get yourself out of it. But this time you got to let go of the pride and the ego. You can't come to God with no attitude, with no demands. Like, you can't make any more demands. You have to now listen to your instructions. You have to listen. It's like you want to be right in everything. You have to learn how to listen. Stop trying to control everything. And once you listen to the guidance you're being given and apply it, you'll be able to get out of the situation and manifest a whole new life for yourself where you have more to offer. But right now, there's nothing left for you where you are. Everything where you are is about to be destroyed. So if you're going to hold on to it, you better enjoy it while it lasts, because it's going to be taken from you either way. Your life is going to change either way. Right now, you've been given a choice to choose which direction you want to go in, because when everything is done and everything is rebuilt, only those that made it across this path will be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Anybody else on this side is going to be stuck in the place they created for themselves, and that's going to be your own personal hell. That's going to be your karmic justice. All right. So yeah, there's that. Toxic environment. I'm just saying, I'm just saying you're in a very toxic environment. That's why everything feels so negative. Everything is so dark where you are. There's no light. Nobody in your inner circle is connected to their higher self. Everybody there is on a low vibrational frequency. So who are you getting your advice from? Like-minded individuals who think like you think? How are you guys going to help each other build something stable if you guys all have the same mindset? Nobody here listens to the other person. Everybody want to be in charge. How are you going to make yourself stand out from the crowd if you're just like everybody else? You're not like everybody else. You are somebody special to God. But you have to believe that about yourself before you can be in this Emperor energy. I told you Knight of Wands is what I was picking up, and it came out. You're in this playboy-like energy, like you're God's gift to women or whatever the case may be, but you're not. You're not in control of anything. Everything has consequences towards its action. So the more you're putting out there that's bad, the more you're going to get back that's bad. When are you going to start doing the good work? The work you were called to do. I don't know. Somebody here is just like in the hot seat. I'm getting these masculines are in a hot seat and they're being questioned by God. Like, what the fuck were you doing? I told you to go right. You go left. I told you turn around and go back. You kept straight. Like, God is really like asking this masculine, how the fuck did you make this happen? How is it you couldn't see what I showed you in your dreams on what to do to keep things in order? How could you not stay on the path that would have led to this divine sacred union? Because I told you my plans. I gave you the instructions. I told you how to protect your woman, your man, whatever this is. And you decided to disregard my advice and listen to the advice of others, low vibrational people that allow you to feel like you were. So it's like these people made this masculine feel validated or important or special. They fed into this person's ego and they liked the attention they were getting from these people. It made them feel powerful, but they're not. They didn't have any power at all. They were giving these people what they wanted, and in return, they praised him for it. But it's not like he deserved the praise that he was getting. He just got it because he was doing for others, and others wanted to worship him. You know, like some shit like that. I don't know. Like, what do you call it? A false reality. They're living in a false reality. In a false reality, they're the emperor energy. But in the reality of things, they're not. In their world, they're the boss. They're the shit. But in reality, they're really not. Something like that. Because this person gets a lot of attention and recognition from a lot of people. So it makes them look like they're powerful, like they have God's help. But this person is not an agent of God. This is somebody who worships other entities. Someone is saying, someone is doing something against you. I don't know what I was trying to say, but that's something, I don't know. Cleanse your energy. I don't know. Give me a second. The message is trying to go a different direction. But back to this masculine with this false image. The same way they're being recognized as this masculine energy, this powerful person, they're going to be looked at by others as a false image. So here's the thing. Now we're getting a little bit more spiritual. Okay. So this is like Christ, who is on the throne, right? God gave his throne to his son, Christ, right? Satan didn't get the throne, but he wanted the throne. He wanted to steal it from his brother, right? But God gave it to Jesus. Let's just make it simple. Take how it resonates. So now Jesus sits on the throne and Satan lives in this world that he created for himself, right? So now that Satan has kind of destroyed the world as we all know it, now he wants to come back and reclaim his throne. He wants to get back in the position he was supposed to be in from the beginning. So two brothers, right? Christ and the devil. Christ got the throne. The devil got kicked out of heaven. The devil's kingdom is here on earth, right? So everything on earth is ran by Satan. Everything that you have, that you achieve, or get recognized for is probably the works of the devil. Like you probably work with the enemy to get where you are in your life. Take it how it resonates. So now it's like those that chose to follow Christ are going to receive the same position that Christ had when he walked the earth. So anybody that's called by God to sit on this throne, Satan will attack and send in his demons to try to stop you from taking his position. He kind of gave up his position when he was kicked out of heaven because he caused conflict in the heavenly realm and he tried to disrupt the order of things. So God kicked him out, gave him the earth to rule him for himself. So he created his own bloodline of people that will follow and serve him. And in return, they will receive certain abilities to create the life they wanted, but they had to sacrifice themselves to receive it. So this masculine has been sacrificing himself to the enemy, working for the devil and not on his divine path. He had dominion over the earth when he was sent here to take the power he had to use it to manifest a fruitful life for him and his counterpart. But he was tempted by the devil and he deceived his counterpart and he went off and started a bloodline of people with someone else. So God is trying to bring this connection back together again. He was trying to redirect the masculine back to the right path, to denounce their beliefs, to come out of this negative energy and get back on the right path to spiritual union. So Adam turned his back on God. When they both deceived God and ate of the forbidden fruit, God said, Adam, where are you? He said, here I am over here in the bushes. God said, why are you in the bushes? He said, because I was naked and I didn't want you to see me this way. God said, how you know you naked? Who told you you had no clothes on? Did you eat from the forbidden tree? He was like, yeah, but the woman you gave me, she gave it to me and I ate it. So he's blaming this other person for his lack of discretion and saying that this person caused him to turn away from God. God said, I didn't tell this woman my instructions. I told you. So even if she came and offered you something that was forbidden, you didn't have to eat it. You could have turned it away and rejected it because I had given you everything you ever needed. So apparently something in you wanted to try this forbidden fruit. And when you accept accountability for your actions, I'll forgive you and I'll give you a chance to get back on the right path. But this person don't want to admit that they ate the fruit on their own free will. They want to blame somebody else for giving them this information, this knowledge, this wisdom they obtained. They didn't get it from God, is what I'm trying to say. They got it from a third source. A third party gave this masculine wisdom and insight, and it was all false information to make this masculine feel in control. But really, this entity used their own fears and insecurities against them to give them a false sense of security to make them feel in control. But really, it was just deception. And they accepted that offer. So to get out of this place where they made this deal with this energy, they have to turn back to God and ask for forgiveness. And God has to decide this person's destiny or fate from here on out, if they deserve a second chance or not, based on their actions against God, the offenses they have against them. Hope that makes sense. So right now they're in spiritual prison, spiritual court, trying to convince God that they were deceived by the devil. Trying to say that God, that woman you gave me this or gave me that. I didn't know what I was doing. And God is like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I gave you the blueprint. You had the map in your hand. All you had to do was choose the path that I chose for you that would lead you to a better outcome. But you looked at the map I gave you, looked over here and saw a shortcut, decided to go left instead of right, and now you're over here and you want me to bring you back into union with your person while you in this place you're in? I won't do this to this person. I'll just send them somebody else that's not on this energy. You know what I mean? So it's like God is like, you want me to give you your person back again after you done fucked it up the first time. And now you got yourself in a situation with somebody else and you think I'm going to bring you guys back together? I'm not going to bring you guys back together while you're in this energy, but I will bring them somebody else that's not. And if you want to, I guess, beat me to the punch, you better figure this shit out. Otherwise, you're going to lose this person to somebody else. And they're going to have a new beginning with somebody new. And you're going to have to sit back and watch them be with somebody else as a part of your karma and bad decisions. That's what I'm getting. I'm just a messenger. Sorry. That sounds harsh, I know. But I'm just chilling the energy. Okay. Passion in reverse, wedding in reverse. Lust led them astray. It was their own lustful desires that led them astray. It wasn't anybody else's fault. They made the choice. They made the decision. They could have said, no, thank you, I don't want it. But they accepted the offer because it looked good. So they got to stop blaming everybody else for their decision to abandon this connection and take accountability for their actions, to be forgiven for their sins. You are getting a new soulmate. Can't make it up very soon. God is manifesting somebody new to come into your energy, or sending you somebody new to come into your energy, a new soulmate. But you're going to have to decide which person you want to invest with. This past person who I just told you was still in this energy, whatever the case may be, or this new person, because you have two offers coming in from two different people, divine feminine, male or female. And one person is going to be your new counterpart, and one is going to be your person from the past. So you're going to have to use your discernment to decide which person you want to build and invest with. But God is telling you to use your discernment and to trust your intuition, because your masculine is your masculine for the most part. But they are in a karmic marriage or relationship with somebody else they have yet to move on from. But they know if they don't come back to you very soon, that you're going to meet somebody else. So they're trying to stop you from calling in your new soulmate, or they're trying to stop God from sending you a new soulmate by coming back first to offer you a commitment. Okay? Be careful with this person. Don't be deceived. All right. I think I'm going to end it with that. Okay? Take it how it resonates. I hope this helps. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. But yeah, you're in solitude right now. Healing your heart. This person's in mental conflict, emotional loss, grieving. And yeah, so they have a decision to make. I gave you your messages from spirit. If you're watching this video, take it how it resonates. You know, leave it or don't. It doesn't really matter. But this is what I'm getting for the masculine. God is trying to get you to choose a different direction. Walk away from these karmic contracts, these karmic relationships, these bad deals you made with these bad people, and get out of this toxic environment to save your soul. This ain't even about being with your person. This is to save your soul from eternal damnations. You think you in hell right now in the physical form. Wait when you pass away and you've been sent to a place where it's worse than where you are right now. And it's a spiritual thing. It's a long-term thing. It's not going to end until you're born again. You know what I mean? So if you think this is bad now, if you don't end this cycle now and you die in this place where you're at, that's where you're going to be living the rest of your spiritual life until you're reborn, till you're reborn again, to do it again. That makes sense. So basically, when you die physically, you go to the place where you belong. This person's in hell right now in the earthly realm. So when they die, they're going to go to a spiritual prison, a spiritual hell. And they're going to be in that place until they're born again to the new earth or reincarnated again. Okay. And that's when they'll get a chance to redo what they've done before. Like redo this whole lesson again. This is not their first time failing this test. They've done it before. This is their chance to change the outcome this time to win the battle. But if they don't fight to win and they give up on themselves, they're going to repeat the same spiritual lesson they repeated before in the past. This is their chance to come out of this place that they're in and make a head of a heart decision and follow their intuition this time. All right, that's what I'm getting. Hope this helps. Love and light to you all. Namaste.